Well, with every major iOS update, there is a subsequent Apple CarPlay update, and iOS 27 is no different. Apple brought a bunch of new features to Apple CarPlay, including the new Siri, some kind of smaller quality of life updates, and a big one which I didn't see coming. Let's talk all about it. But now before we continue, if you guys do enjoy videos like this one, consider subscribing to the channel and help us get to 1 million subscribers by the end of the year. So of course, the major one here is that Siri AI is coming to Apple CarPlay. Now, again, it's going to depend on which iPhone you have, what form of Siri you're going to get. I believe if you have an iPhone 15 Pro or newer, you'll have the brand new Siri AI, and then you might have some other kind of quality of life features that come with iOS 27. But basically, if your phone can handle Siri AI and Apple Intelligence, then it'll be translated over to your Apple CarPlay. So of course, with the new Siri, we're going to get the new UI, which is going to be that glowing orb. It's going to live in that bottom center of the display on your Apple CarPlay device, and it's going to give you still access to everything else that's on your screen. But the idea here is to bring all that new Siri smarts over to your car experience, which of course is going to allow you to do some kind of first-party things, like being able to take action for you, send some messages, make phone calls, kind of the traditional things that we've expected out of Siri, but just a lot better overall. But then also, we've seen a big influx of these new AI assistant in EVs, especially, right? You have the Tesla with Grok, you have Rivian with Rivian AI. So that same idea where it's going to be more than just changing things in your car and changing things in your UI, you can have a conversation with it. You'll be able to have a conversation with Siri AI, play trivia games if you want to, have a conversation about anything you want. It doesn't just have to be command related or car related, which is great to see. Some people really enjoy that aspect of their assistants in their car, so they can just get a little bit more granular on the types of conversations they can have, because Siri will be a lot more conversational. A big thing here is going to be the syncing across devices. Now, I mentioned in our iOS 27 video that the new ChatGPT kind of chat app essentially will sync across all your devices, and the same is going to be true when it comes to Siri conversations in your car. So if you start a conversation in your car and then maybe you leave your car, take your phone with you, you can continue that conversation in the same chat and it'll sync across all your devices, and there'll be a little car icon on that conversation to let you know that, hey, you actually started this conversation or had part of this conversation in your vehicle. So I think this is where Siri AI is going to excel, because again, driving a car and interacting with your UI and interacting with your infotainment system is supposed to be a hands-free experience, and that's where this new Siri is going to excel. Being able to have conversations, multiple step actions, being able to have some app intents in there is going to be a great way moving forward. And I will be doing a hands-on video soon, so get subscribed and ask some questions on maybe some specifics that you want to see. The next big add-on is going to be apps for video. So with iOS 26 and CarPlay, it was the first time that we got some semblance of being able to have video on your display on your car. And you were able to do that via just AirPlay, and that's pretty much it. But now with iOS 27, developers and applications can now make a CarPlay edition of their application, so developers can actually build a dedicated CarPlay app for video streaming. So again, I'm going to go back to the EVs of the world that I've driven. Tesla, Rivian, they have Netflix apps, they have Google apps, they have YouTube applications. So imagine that, but in your Apple CarPlay device, which is something that's been missing, and it's been huge, especially for people on the passenger side, or maybe you're parked and you're getting some gas, or maybe you stopped to get some lunch and you just want to watch something on a little bit of a larger display than just your phone. You can now do that in your car via CarPlay, and of course take advantage of your car speakers and the infotainment system. Some important caveats here. First and foremost, it only works when your car is parked, of course. There's not going to be a bypass, there's not going to be anything weird that you can do where you can drive and have the video going. You have to be parked for this to happen. Automakers are going to have to support the feature by default, so it has to come from the automaker for them to turn it on. So Netflix can make a Netflix app for CarPlay, but that automaker needs to say, okay, let's allow this in CarPlay for our car. Then of course, from a look perspective, we get new wallpapers, the same wallpapers that we got on the iOS front, but we're getting it for CarPlay, so I believe there's 12 new wallpapers that are fully customizable, which is great to see. And then all the liquid glass updates as well is coming over to your CarPlay device to synchronize all the looks and the functionality of iOS and CarPlay. And now it looks like Apple's really taking a page out of all these other EV automakers, because now they're giving us a little mini music player inside of Apple CarPlay, where before we had the music player taking up pretty much the entire aspect of the screen itself. You had to go into your iTunes or your Apple Music, I believe. You had to go into your Spotify to then go through whatever you want to play, and then the media player would be huge on the screen. Now we have a mini player that's going to appear on the top right-hand corner of the display, so you can easily interact with that, and also the passenger can too. And then in that same light, one feature that weirdly was missing from Apple CarPlay up until this day, or at least for iOS 27, has been scrubbing the timeline of whatever you're listening to. Before, you could not touch the screen. Even if you had a touchscreen device, a touchscreen control on your car, you were not able to scrub along the timeline of whatever song or podcast or media you were playing. Now you can do that. Apple unlocks that for you with Apple CarPlay. Of course, your display has to be touchscreen for this to happen, but if you do have a touchscreen device or a touchscreen enabled infotainment system, you'll be able to scrub your timelines. So those are all the new features that are coming to Apple CarPlay. Like I said, I'm going to be getting my hands on a car that does have CarPlay. My car does not actually support CarPlay, unfortunately, but once we do get our hands on it, I'll be able to test it out, run it through its paces, and see exactly what it's like. So get subscribed and comment down below some questions of what exactly you want to see, especially on the Siri front. What kind of actions can I take? What kind of commands can we do? What kind of conversations can I have with Siri? That's what I want to see exactly, and how that's going to work in Apple CarPlay moving forward. But let me know what you guys think with a comment down below. Have you installed iOS 27? Have you tried the new CarPlay? Do you have a car with CarPlay? All questions that I'm curious to ask. But if you made it to the end, leave a little dolphin. And if you guys want to watch more videos like this one, check out one of these videos right here. Until next time, I'm Fernando. Peace.